Happy Sunday, everyone. I hope that you're all doing really well. Let's see. So normally my stamp club, I'll give everybody just a second to get logged on, but normally my stamp club is only for stamp club. I have 40 members, or I had 41. This week I actually had one of my four groups turned over, and two of the ladies in group C opted not to continue with club because of the current situation. We usually meet in person. They're used to the social aspect and coming to the house, and they can't, so it's frustrating for them. So they're taking a little bit of a break. But, oh, thank you, Mary Jo. It was good to see your face this morning. Anyway, so with them taking a little bit of a break, it's given me a little bit of thought that I could be offering club out to more than just club. So since I have to be online even with them right now, and it's been kind of challenging to come up with projects that, you know, what if they don't have the stamps? What if they don't have the ink? So two of my projects today don't require any stamping. And the third project you could use with whatever you happen to have. And I'm just in love with the way they all came out. So I'm gonna share this over to the creative group real quick, just to make sure that everybody can find us. Let's see, creating with Celine. Whoop. And I'll share it to the club after. But usually they have 3 exclusive projects that are only for club, and I don't advertise that I have a club anywhere except from within the club. Even when I'm sending emails to local customers, I don't usually advertise my club. So this is completely new and outside the box for me. But I want to show you the 3 projects that we're making. And I'm gonna just flip the camera here. Let's see. Boom. There's the button. Ha. You can see the empty chair where my husband was sitting a little bit earlier. Hi, Deb. Deb is in the club, so she's gonna get to pick up her projects, or I can bring them by to her. I know that she's been at home. First of all, these are some of the new in colors, and you may notice that I haven't made the green one yet, the one that matches this, but we'll show you. I want to show you the Winkastella right there. Oh my gosh, isn't that awesome? So I'm going to move this out for a minute, and I'm just going to start at the very beginning. So the in colors are exciting, and we'll get there, but this is not the first project. The first project is something completely different, and this is using some of the brand new papers that are coming out in the current catalog on Wednesday. So for people who are in club, they're going to get a packet that looks like this, and I'm going to be labeling their packet with their name on it. And I'm just going to pull from the back. So they would normally be here in person, and they would sit down at a station and open this up. But because it's to go, we are going to have it all. So for people who place a $25 order online, you would get the 3 projects in the mail. Forgive me, I wanted to grab a little adhesive. So you'll notice that I cut some pieces out of some of my layers. This does a couple of things. When you go to mail your card in the mail, it makes it lighter. So as you probably know, if a card weighs less than 1 ounce, or if it's less than 1/4 inch thick, it requires less postage. So I cut this layer out of this layer. And then I did the same thing with this layer that's going to go under our sentiments. So I'm just going to push this stuff off to the side for a second. And we'll start by layering this guy onto our card base. This is a brand new embossing folder. And for those of you that end up placing an order to get the make and takes, I will be doing directions this month for all 3 projects. So you'll have a supply list and everything. And this is the designer paper. Isn't it yummy? It's just a little piece, but I had to have enough because I made 64 packets. So normally we have 40 people in club, so I should have quite a few that as orders come in on that host code, I will just send them out. And I actually don't want to stick that just yet. What I want to do next is I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive down the sides. And then I'm going to pull in this ribbon. This is double-sided ribbon. It's Old Olive on one side and peacock on the other side. I love the peacock color. So I'm gonna put adhesive on the sides that it's gonna touch, and I'm going to kind of kitty corner my ribbon here between the layers. So this already has some adhesive on it, right? So all I'm gonna do is then attach that onto this layer. So it's kind of like one move. It'll hold my ribbon in place. And then I can put my designer paper on. And there is sort of an upside. That is good sticky adhesive, just saying. We have new adhesive coming out on June 3rd as well. I am so excited. All right, so this is the new paper. And then, nothing like getting it and touching and feeling the new colors and playing with the new stuff. It's just so cool. I'll attach this onto my card base. So then I ran into the problem that they may not have the stamps. So when this whole mess started back in March, every time I did a club card, I redid it and I used the same stamp set. This is the one that matches the poppies. It's the word set from the poppies. And I cut this same shape out twice. And like I said, the full what I used will be in with the directions after I send out your kits. So here we go. Because I don't remember what anything is called, especially during a live. So I put adhesive on those 2 pieces, and I'm going to put that to the side for a second. And then I'm going to stamp on this. Oh, I don't want to listen to myself. I just want to see your comments. Okay. Hopefully I'm still seeing your comments. Okay, so this is Pretty Peacock, and I am gonna come in a little closer so I can actually see. Let's see. Boom. All right, so that's awfully pretty. So when you go to cut this shape, okay, or any shape, if it has a cool decorative edge with a point, and then it sort of has a flat edge, you always want to cut on the flat edge. If you cut on the point, you'll have 2 points. So by cutting on the flat side, this drop shadow will disappear behind the frame, but it frames it up beautifully and it adds so much interest to the card. And then this can go right here. A little bit of paper fuzz there. And then finally, I have some adhesive here on my bin. I'm gonna take a glue dot and just ball it up and use it to attach right there. So that's the first project. And I'm not seeing your comments, so hang on one second. I just wanna make sure I got it. Here we go. Go ahead and say hi if you're still on, because I want to make sure that if you do have comments that I can see them. Okay, so that was the first project. Oh, and look, it wouldn't be live if I didn't stick my hand in something. Okay, good stuff. Pretty, pretty. second project is a box. Now, for those of you who have seen my box math sheet, it's over on Creating Celine inside where the files are. But this is a square worksheet, and on the back is the rectangle. So if I wanted to make a square box, which I did, I knew that I had this gorgeous 6x6 paper, and I wanted everybody to have a piece. In fact, I was allowed to order 2 packages as a demonstrator on pre-order. And I knew that I wanted to share with as many people as I could, and I killed both packs, so I have none left. Okay, so I knew that I wanted to make a 3-inch box. I bought my daughter a bracelet. She's graduating from 9th grade. Not graduating, but she's finishing 9th grade. It's her first year as a freshman in high school, and this whole COVID thing has been pretty crazy. Her school hasn't missed a beat, and neither has she. She has been absolutely amazing. So I bought her a bracelet that says, "I'm proud of you." Now, this box could fit the bracelet. It could fit chocolate. It could fit all sorts of things. You could make this a birthday in a box and put one of those pre-wrapped Hostess cupcakes in it, and a candle, and send somebody a birthday in a box. So there's a bunch of ways that you can use this box, but I knew I wanted a 3-inch. So I'm gonna start with what I wanted in the middle. So 3 inches is how big I want my box square, okay? Now, I knew that the bottom, I wanted a little taller, so that even though I bought her a bracelet, which is only gonna sit about this tall, that I wanted it to be a little bit decorative. So I wanted there to be a bigger piece on the bottom than there was on the top. So I went with 1.5 on both sides. So 1.5 meaning that's how tall I want my box. So how tall the box is, the inside is 3 inches, and how tall the side is. So on either side, okay? So, oh, that's the bottom. Top. You get the idea, right? We're gonna go, okay. So for the bottom, I needed 1.5 plus 1.5 plus 3, which is 6. And then I need to cut a 1/16 of an inch off 2 sides to start. I actually went a little bit more, and I cut more than a smidge, because if you're getting this box in the mail, I want it to be something that you don't have any problems using, okay? So the box is perfect, and it's nice, and you don't have to mess with it in order for it to work. So you do need to cut off 1/8 of an inch, and I'll show you that in a minute. But then the top, whoops, because I messed up my own template. Well, you know, we could just copy it over 3, 3, 1.5. That's easier probably, 1.5. I knew that I wanted the top to be a little bit shorter so that you can see the decorative edge, and that it's different than the bottom, right? So 1 inch. So it's a little shorter, and that you have that 1/2 inch give. And that means that my designer paper needs to be cut to 5, and this needs to be cut a smidge smaller than 6 inches, okay? So let's bring in a paper cutter, and we'll do that. So I already cut this down to a little bit smaller than 6. It's more like, so you can see, there's about a 1/16 of an inch, a little bit more than 1/8 cut off, okay? Because I really wanted you to have a spectacular experience if you get this in the mail from me. Then we want our box to be 1.5 inches tall. So that's our score mark all the way around. So the score mark is how tall the side is, and we're gonna score it at 1.5. Now, if you get this in the mail from me, it's already gonna be scored, so you won't have to do this part, but I wanted you to see how it came together. So you score it on all 4 sides, and honestly, this takes me too long. I definitely prefer the scoreboard. People tell me all the time that they have trouble with the scoreboard, getting the stylus to sit inside the line. So what I do is, instead of holding it super straight in front of me, I turn it the way my arm goes, because I'm much less likely to draw outside the lines. Watch me do it now just because I said that. But I'm much more likely to draw outside the lines, or less likely, if I've got this already going the way my hand goes. So I always turn it to the side and I off-road a little bit. Okay, so this is the bottom of the box. Again, it's cut a smidge smaller than 6, and I scored it at 1.5 all the way around. Now I'm gonna bring this back in, and I had cut the top to 5 because we want a 1-inch top and a 3-inch middle. Okay, so 1 + 3 + 1 is 5. Using this, our score mark is gonna be at 1 all the way around. So here we go, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, and that's it. Alrighty, so then you might be wondering how this is all going to come together. You know, it's funny, I know it would be wonderful for a cancer fundraiser, but I'm going to tell you, this is probably going to be Alexis's new favorite color. She is already talking about how it's like the old pixie pink, which was her favorite. And you know that she's been a Stampin' Up! Kid her whole life. She was a baby when I signed up to be a demonstrator and made this my full-time job. And the funny thing is like, that's how she talks. Like, what color is that? Well, it's kind of like tip-top taupe, Mom. I mean, your nylons. Yeah, no, tip-top, they're like tip-top taupe. So she still remembers all of the older colors, and it makes me laugh because she's just a Stampin' Up! Kid. And for those of you that don't know, she has her own YouTube channel, and she does paper pumpkin videos every month. Rather than doing alternate projects, she just shows you how to put them, like what comes in the box, which I think is pretty cool. So that's why the pink box is definitely gonna be hers. Anyway, so all I did was I cut 2 sides, and now I am attaching the 4 corners underneath. Now, you'll notice some of this is kind of messy looking. And, you know, it's a box. It's not perfect. I just, you know, kind of stuck it together a little crooked. No problem. So if you see anything hanging out that doesn't look right, just cut it off. It's fine. This is paper crass. Thank God we're not solving world problems other than mental health, because I swear this has been so good for me and my mental state just to come and see everybody here. And actually Monday nights are good for that too. If you like to hang out and craft, come hang out with us on Zoom on Monday night. I can post the details over in the creative group. Okay, so once again, I'm going to show you how we did this. You just pick any 2 sides, and you cut up to where the score line is at the 1.5 inch marker. So we'll cut up these 2, and then the opposite side are the sides that you cut. If you cut all the sides, then the corners would fall off, and then you'd have no way to stick your box together. So you need these flaps. And then I'm just going to put adhesive on the 4 corners, and we can stick this club project together. So this one is the Just Jade color. Absolutely beautiful. So for my club people, they will receive one of the colors, and it's going to be random. I didn't have enough to make packets for everybody that they would get all 5 colors, so I just made it so that they'll get a sampling of one and have it done really well. So there's the base of the box, and it just slips on like this. And again, if you decide to place an order for this, I'll send you a kit that looks like this. So everything is pre-cut in your little package to make the box, and all of your little embellishments are already in there. So here we go. Do I know what I did with that ribbon? Ah, there it is. And then you even get like the little matching embellishment. I just took everything that I have and kind of shared it up. So what I have so far, I'm going to share with my club. They're usually the first one to see everything, all of my new stuff. And when they pick up their catalogs. So these club projects will be available if you're in club, starting probably sometime after 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. There are still a few of you that I don't actually have your club orders yet. So I'm expecting to receive a box tomorrow. So here we go. I'm gonna put this down first, add a little more adhesive on top. And like Leslie was saying, it looks like the breast cancer symbol. It does, but I just like the way that it comes together. This could use a little bit of burnishing, and I suppose I'll bring in a bone folder to do it. I don't have my nails anymore. This is so strange. And even I had blue nail polish on, and I cracked a nail, so I took it off before I went live. I'll have a new color on there tomorrow. I miss my girl. It takes too long to do this stuff. Okay, so there's a little flower to go in the middle. And then we'll take the matching, oh my gosh, isn't that cool? So you would receive one of the colors, not all of them, and there are 5. This one, I had to use this pattern because it reminds me of cinnamon, and it's called cinnamon. I thought that that was really adorable. But they're all random patterns, but you'll get one color. So what I did was, to match each of the boxes, I did a matching card. Oh, and I couldn't help but put a little bit of Wink Estella on that heart. That heart comes from the Dog Builder Punch. So that's the green. So you would either get green or pink, or the brand new Misty Moonlight. Oh, look at the sparkle on that. And there's no stamping. Isn't that crazy awesome? Or the cinnamon. Oh, there's something on there. Oh, it's the transfer from the little dot. Or Bumblebee. Isn't that pretty? Oh, such a beautiful color. Now, I didn't think I was going to love this when I saw it in the catalog, but when you get it in your hands, it's so different. It's not overly bright. It's not like morning after yellow. It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous color. I'm so happy with the in colors this year. Like, even out of the gate, one year we had a color that was in a yellow that I used to call puce. No joke. So let's take a look at that card. I brought in some pieces so that you could see what I was up to. And these are my little floral centers. And Stampin' Up! Is going to be running a special on the starter kit starting on June 3rd. And when you join Stampin' Up!, you get to choose, in addition to your starter kit, a free bundle. And I think that's crazy, amazing, awesome for the first day of a catalog. Oh, there it goes. You always got to pull out the goobers. There we go. So I'm using liquid glue for this because I cut out the words. And although everybody's going to get thanks, I needed a welcome card because I am anticipating the new starter kit, and that I'm going to need some welcome cards for new team members when they take advantage of the crazy awesome deal that's coming up. My team is from coast to coast. We have people all over, north, south, California, Massachusetts, Oregon, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. Yeah, no, we're all over the place. Louisiana. Let's see. And we have really kind of gotten we've gotten better at this online thing since the COVID thing started. Okay, so I put a little bit of liquid glue and put my welcome down, and then I can attach this designer paper. You can use either side, whatever you're feeling. You could make it into a banner if you want. I gave in the package a whole big long 5-inch piece so that you could actually make a banner or do what you'd like with it, and then continue. You could even put make a tiny little banner here and have it hang over onto the white, but I'm just going to trim it off for the sake of the video, and then we'll attach this. Okay, so that's the next step for putting the club projects together. Now I'm going to bring in something I did a little bit earlier. I want you to see. Boy, I really am declawed. I can't pick anything up without my nails. Hopefully it won't be too much longer and I can go back and see Chrissy. Her favorite flower is Crazy Daisy, so I bet you that she'll love getting these make and takes as well. Sorry, just one second. I don't mean to have dead air, but I did pre-prep the other 5 colors so that when I welcome people to the group that I'll have them ready to go. So all I did with these is you got to really hold. Hey, Blondie. Nice to see you, honey. You're not late. You're fashionable. I put lip balm on. We're going for a car ride in a little bit. And mascara, too. You know it's an important day when I got mascara on. We're going to actually go outside and see the sun. Let's see. Okay, so you'll notice that all of these daisies, this is the little one. It's called the medium daisy punch. They're all kind of already done. Well, I did them earlier. And what you want to do is put a little bit of adhesive in the middle of 5 of them, because I did 5 cards total. Once they're all like happy and standing up like that. And then you take the curled part and the other curled part and you do the hug. Oh, I can't get my hands around anything. I swear, it's like a cat that's been declawed. Here we go. It's funny, even like just not having nail polish on, it's funny. I'm all thumbs. And for those of you that are very creative, you just got a picture of that in your head, huh? Okay. Well, yeah, and burns too. I've taken up cooking, and I don't always remember to watch out for my fingers. Oh! So they do look like little spiders when you first start putting them together. And this is enough for all 5 of my cards, which is pretty cool. I'll put the others to the side so that I won't bore you with all of those, but I'll have them all together in a jiffy. And then I'm just gonna peel this off. I used mini dimensionals for the back. If you don't have them, you could just cut a regular dimensional down. You don't have to have the mini ones, although the mini ones, they do last forever. An ocean drive, oh, that would be delicious. No, I can't. We're just gonna actually go. We're going out. Alexis's friend, who is Miss Isle of Shoals. Well, I probably shouldn't say, but it's her birthday, so we're gonna drive by and beep like maniacs. So there's the sparkle, and that'll be a welcome card for when I need it. So once again, these are the 3 club projects for the month. And like I said, so one person may get pink, or it's magenta madness. You guys can remind me of the colors. One person will get bumblebee. One person will get cinnamon. And then everybody will get the happy birthday card. And if you don't have that particular sentiment, just find a stamp with what you've got, and you can use any stamp with it. It would also look good in Old Olive or Night of Navy. So if you don't have the stamps, you can always substitute. Yeah, so that's the club projects for this month. Just kind of something different. Let's jump in and we'll chat one more time. I'm going to look through your comments and see if I can find anything. If anybody had any questions. Daisy Center's not having it happen. Circle punch. Yeah, no, the dog punch is awesome for the daisies. And you know what I also like to do? I like to take the medium daisy with that hug thing and put it on a large daisy with the hug, and it really makes it like full, you know. It's awesome. Hi Linda, so good to see you. Hi Jill, good to see everybody. So yeah, so that's this month's club projects. If you missed it, just catch it on the repeat. Linda, I will have your projects ready for pickup by the morning if you're in club. If you're not in club and you want to test drive it out and get a packet in the mail, I made plenty of extra this month, so that was the host code in the description up above. So thank you so much, everybody. I will see you guys on Tuesday at 3 p.m. for the weekly Facebook Live, but this is just a supplement for club. So talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.